Well, hey there, friendships. Welcome back to Curtis's Corner. If you're new here, hi, I'm Curtis. This is my corner. On today's Movie Monday, we are going to be talking about none other than The Exorcist Believer. This is a legacy sequel to the original 1973 The Exorcist by William Friedkin, originally written novel-wise and for the screen by William Peter Blatty. So, if you are interested to hear my thoughts and my opinions on David Gordon Green's latest attempt on trying to revitalize a franchise of a beloved horror film, then keep on watching. Now, before I jump into things, I just want to say, please make sure to give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for weekly movie reviews, and give a follow to all of the social media links that you see floating around the screen right now. And I would really appreciate it if you showed some extra support if you want to. In the description box below, there is a couple links to either my Ko-fi or my Patreon, so you can go check those out as well. But without further ado, let's jump and dive into my thoughts and opinions on The Exorcist Believer. So like I said, this is David Gordon Green and Danny McBride's latest attempt at revitalizing a dormant franchise. I have some positives about this film, and I also have quite a bit of negatives about it. So let's start with the positives first. We're going to start this on a good note. The first half of the film, story-wise, absolutely wonderful. It shows promise. It shows a great understanding of a new take on the source material. It shows that they are developing a character well enough in order to bring you invested into this world that they are creating within this film. The acting abilities of the two children, of the support staff, of Ellen Burstyn, of Leslie Odom Jr., they are done really well. I think Leslie Odom Jr. is a wonderful actor in the role, and especially given the script that he was given. The effects that they use, for the most part, are very well done. I think some obviously could be improved over others, but for the most part, they are well done. The visuals are fine. They aren't anything special. They aren't as gritty as I would have liked them to be with the original Exorcist. They tend to be more gritty, more grounded in realism there. For the most part, it looked too crisp. And that's kind of the problem I have with some of the newer movies when you're trying to tack on to an existing entry in a franchise. The exorcism scenes looked visually quite wonderful, but that's essentially where this film's positives end. Like I said, the story that they had going for it had some good footing, but there was no delivery on it. As soon as we got to the reveal of Ellen Burstyn about halfway through coming back and introducing her character into this world, everything fell apart. Expositions, extremely forced. The use of her time in this film could have easily been removed, and the plot of the film would not have ever changed. The outcome of the film would not have changed. She was there just to be there. She didn't even want to come back in the first place to do this film, and yet they had to convince her over and over and over again, not only with money, but also with a promise to open up a foundation to raise money for kids in order to bring her back in, because she wanted absolutely nothing to do with this. It is borderline disrespectful to how they treated her character when she was such a prominent figure in the original, and how useless she was in this film. It was a complete disservice to the whole story of The Exorcist. With Ellen Burstyn aside, going back into the visuals could have been improved. You had some points that were CGI that weren't necessary. You could have done smoke effects. You could have, even if it was digital smoke, you could have made it realistic. But you're using sludge and slime and there's just things, it doesn't work. The practicalities of the effects in the original is what makes it creepier. The pacing of this film, out the window. There was none. It was rushed through everything. Characters were completely underdeveloped. There was no attachment to other characters. Random characters thrown in left and right and had no purpose being there, or you had zero connection to them. You have story plots that were introduced and quickly skimmed over just to get to the next part. And one thing, I'm not entirely sure how spoilery this is, so be cautious with this part, but one thing that really annoyed me the most is is the fact that in the original film, and I hate that I have to keep comparing the two, because Exorcist Believer could be its own standalone film. However, because they are making it as a legacy sequel, you have to compare it to the footing that was introduced back in 1973. The aggression that Pazuzu shows in the original is not present in this film. No matter who entered the room with Regan being possessed, they got attacked, they got berated, they got everything and anything that happened to them. In this film, you literally have someone carrying their possessed daughter and they're not being attacked. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Why all of a sudden is this demon just allowing these people just to carry him into a house? It makes no sense with how aggressive you were. And then in this one, you're just like, la la la. No, that's not how things work. Lots of stuff didn't really make sense. And I can't exactly go into detail about that without spoiling the film. So I'm pretty much just going to leave my thoughts there. So with all of that being said, I am giving The Exorcist Believer a B-. It's not horrible, but it is your very standard, generic type of possession film. And like, I love possession films. Sometimes the tropes really work, and that's why they keep doing them. But this one, they didn't work. You were trying to connect too much and failing at connecting enough to the original that it didn't float. You sunk this ship. And David Gordon Green and Danny McBride need to stay far away from horror franchises because they've already ruined Halloween and now they're coming after The Exorcist. God forbid they come after anything else. Please stay away from horror. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed my very honest review. If you did, make sure you give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put out weekly videos, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video, because if you don't, how else are you gonna know when I post? You won't. So do it. I'm hoping to get another special type of spooky-ish video out this month. Hopefully 2 extra special spooky videos out this month. And I will have some makeup videos coming soon in the near future. I hope. I'm just waiting on my eye to fully heal better. It is almost there. But until that point in time, you can look forward to all of my movie reviews on Mondays. But until the next video, goodbye, friendships.